I started doing art 3 years ago when my brother John, I had 8 brothers, and my brother John I was closest to, and he died 3 years ago. I came back from his funeral and started doing art, and it amazes me what the universe puts through my fingers. Since quitting my job a year ago, I've had a gallery showing. This is my second exhibition coming up this Sunday, which we will have one of the wonderful writers of Tribe 55, Elmira, and a griot that is out of this world, Mama Deborah. This exhibition is at a house on Utah Place, 1912 Utah Place, this Sunday, which is the 21st, from 2 to 6. And everyone is asking about the griot, which makes me smile, because I love when people love hearing the truth. But to get back to my artwork, I call myself a sculpturist because I take what is discarded and I continue the beauty of its life, because beauty is in everything. You know, there's beauty even in death. And we have to realize we're not here to stay. We are here to learn. So while we're here, we have to learn to move forward. And we have to learn to love unconditionally. When you get to that part of loving yourself unconditionally, it flows through you to everybody else.
But it's also through her artwork, you can see the essence of who she is through her sculptures. And she's wise. I mean, she's on Facebook, and I don't be on there all the time. But when she's on there, she's putting out words of wisdom. Always. And it always touches you if you're on that plane. You know what I'm saying? And Mama Deborah, oh my goodness. Well, before I get to you, tell them about your trip.
Oh, well, I applied and was accepted to an art residency in France. And I have put it back because I was supposed to go in October, but Emmett AT&T Bank pulled my name out of a hat and said, you are accepted into the Business Acceleration Program that's given by the city of Baltimore. We will teach you what you need to know so that you can pitch your business idea before banks that can give you the money that you need to keep moving forward. So the October France will be in March of next year. January of next year, I am in Tokyo for 3 weeks. So look out, Tokyo. Here I come.
Yeah. When I mentioned, I was thinking about Senegal.
Senegal is in June of next year.
Okay.
So I look forward to going home because I want to see me. I want to see me walk by so that I can go, oh my damn, look at me.
And you will.
Yeah,
I am excited about doing this because this is the most free I have been in my life. Free to be all that I am without holding anything back.
and sharing.
Sharing it is the most fun. I give away more art than I sell. And I know I have to sell, but when I meet people, I've already made that art for them. They just don't know it, and neither do I. The home that my art is in right now looks like it was made especially for this home. So you have to come by 1912 Utah Place on Sunday, and you'll be mesmerized by everything that you're going to see and everything that you're going to hear and everything that you're going to eat, because I'm giving chef treats as well.
Let me share with, you also cater.
I do. I also
And her
cater.
food is unique and absolutely delicious. Let me tell you, when we were doing the exhibit, she was one of the caterers. The first caterer, all right, she cooked. It was, people were like, what is this? And they tasted, I never had this before. It's absolutely delicious. And they went crazy. So then we had a couple more events. And the very last one, we were all praying that she was going to be the caterer. So when we got over there and saw the table, like, I can't do this. But don't share that. I know, I don't care. We equals.
And just so you know, I'm a vegan. I've been a vegan for longer than I've been a face eater. And those were fried oyster mushrooms. And they
look like chicken.
give off
They
this
were
taste that is phenomenal.
Yeah, they were good.
And people thought it was chicken. They were tearing it up with the hot sauce. So we're going to go on and talk about the rest of this with Dr. Deborah, Mama Deborah.
Okay.
Tell us about this event that you're going to be participating in.
Oh, well, this is the last time I did her show. I came from a performance at Mount Oprn Cemetery, where they did living that day.
My family's down here.
A lot of people down there, and I did Dr. Young,
Okay.
the first African-American female physician in the state of Maryland. So I went and did her for her also,
okay.
and we did a couple other stories. I am thinking about Sunday. I tell people I work a lot out of my spirit, and I don't know what I'm gonna do until I start doing it. So I've been asking God to tell me what to do, but I'm leaning towards a piece I did. I did a piece in February that I called My Greatest Gospel Singer, and that was a piece I did about my mother. And that's where I'm leaning because she was my greatest gospel singer. So I may give you that.
All right.
I'll take that.
And
We'll
anything
take
else
that.
you
We can
want
take
to
it now.
we can't take it now. It's too long. You can take it now. Okay.
Okay. So we're going to go to a break right now.
Joshua in the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho.
welcome to the poetry, where we come together to share our thoughts and feelings amongst each other so that you would know that you're not alone. And this is the best way, in my opinion, to express yourself. So I always like to open my signature speech, and this goes like, the conjoining of spiritual minds give rise to the unification of the divine movement into the oneness we've been called to create. And it is us. We are poetry. And it is my mission to bring back your childhood memories when a caress was innocent. Love was genuine and meaningful, and a kiss said more than words. Take my mouth into yours. Taste its sweetness. Does it remind you of the essence of honeysuckle, freshly picked from the vine, filling your mouth with all that's good about being alive? Take my voice into your ears. Consider its greatness. Feel its gentleness as you experience the uniqueness of my poetry. Take my heart into yours. Consider its power, that it could bestow so much compassion in such a small space. Thank you.
To the current maybe spoken word poetry movement is there's an honesty, a heart-to-heart honesty with it, and in a world where there's so much political language, so much marketing, it is very refreshing, and it attracts, I think that's one thing that attracts people. People are looking for something real, something tangible. And then the open mic scene, I would say, is attractive to people because it is a true democracy. I said, anybody who signs up can get on a microphone and say what they have to say. People don't have to agree with them. And you spend all day listening and receiving, and here's a chance for you to express what is inside of you. And so, and the other thing would be quality. I think that's what draws the diverse people together, is that these are people who are taking their craft very seriously. And so whether the audience has been, at a women's detention center or fourth graders, I've always had a pretty good response because it's the spirit of it that people connect with, even though, particularly with my stuff, sometimes people don't know totally, it takes a while to actually maybe absorb everything that I'm saying, which is good, that's part of the plan, but there's still something that they connect with and that they're attracted to with it. Joshua fought the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fought the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. Joshua fought the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fought the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. And the walls came tumbling down. And the walls came tumbling down. Southern trees bear a strange fruit, blood on the leaves and blood at the roots, black bodies swinging in the southern breeze, strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees, pastoral scenes of the gallant South, the bulging eye and the twisted mouth, scent of magnolia, sweet and fresh, then the sudden smell of burning flesh. Here is a fruit for the crows to pluck, for the rain to gather, for the wind to suck, for the sun to rise, for the trees to
Here is a strange and bitter cry. Every time I feel the ancestors moving in my heart, I make way. Every time I feel the ancestors moving in my heart, I make way. I make way with a story, I make way with a song, with the ancestors leading, I can't go wrong. I make way with a proverb, a parable too. Ancestors of Africa teach us what to do. Every time I feel the ancestors moving in my heart, I make way. Every time I feel the ancestors moving in my heart, I make way. Moving in my heart, I make way. Moving in my heart, I make way. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich, and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and take to the sky. But till that morning, dear, there's nothing to harm you. With mommy and daddy standing by, oh, standing by.
Hi, and welcome back. My guest today is David Abrams. He is Executive Assistant to County Executive Stephen Shue, and he's here to talk to us about public access TV. And thank you, David, for being with us today. I want to talk about what it is exactly that you do with the County Executive.
Sure. Thank you for having me, first of all. It's great that we have citizens participating in citizen journalism and informing the public about the things they need to know. And that's a little bit related to what I do. I'm a special assistant for County Executive Steve Shue, Anne Arundel County Executive Steve Shue, and he's really made a push to modernize and improve the outreach that we do as a county. And as you know, everything is video related these days. So over the last 3 years, we've done a lot more programming here in Anne Arundel County. And from a public access perspective, we are just getting ready to do a major renovation of our studio. So, so the tools and the things resources that the public can use to create great video content is going to be even better this summer when everything's all said and done. So we're really excited about that.
Well, hi, this is Margaret Locklear coming to you from the Great Blacks in Wax, and welcome to the Great Blacks in Wax Open Forum. My guest today is Mr. George Winfield with the Department of Public Works. Mr. Winfield,
yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. Can you tell us, Mr. Winfield, talk about you?
State that's south of Maryland, Virginia.
Okay.
Petersburg, Virginia is where I grew up. I spent probably 20 before I left Virginia to do other things.
And what were some of those things that you...
I became a member of the military, Air Force.
How long did you stay there?
4 years. 4 years in the Air Force.
Did the force.
Vietnam. Then I decided to go back to school and finish my education.
So where did you go to school?
I got both my degrees in engineering, both a master's and a BS from Howard University in DC.
Okay.
A title poem from the book The Revenge of Dandelions. What if nature forgot what it was and became us? Carrots would dye themselves blue if it was in that season, as eagles would develop a fear of heights. Peacocks would pimp themselves like exhibitionists to satisfy anyone's pleasure for a small fee, and deer crossing would accidentally leave our bloody guts by the side of the forest. What if tunicate sea squirts and amoebas attended lectures on understanding our limited understanding and debated about whether we were even capable of emotions or higher thought based on our behavior? Cows would drink goat's milk, as roses would give our dead bodies to each other on special holidays. If trees chopped standing people at their ankles, we could have roach slumlords, as bacteria got extra strong death boxes to ensure we did not eat their deceased loved ones. Bees would scream last days every time winter came, and chickens would fatten us up in overcrowded jail cells, collecting newborns and menstruation for breakfast feasts. What if mountains crumbled for lack of discipline, and whales wore harpoons around their neck to commemorate an ultra whale that could swim on land? Pigs would still be themselves. Dehydrated camels would bum cigarettes off each other. We could get treats from mutts only if we fetched how and when they ordered as our domesticating masses. And being a fly would be fly. We would be offensively disgusting, swatted at as excrement-loving nuisances. We would fall to the sky onto raindrops that would try and predict our arrival and shield themselves accordingly. And we would be the only endangered species, cause dandelions would blow our young heads off just cause they could.
And you just saw a montage of a lot of things that we've done together. Okay, so do we have any last thoughts, things that you have coming up in the future? Well, you did tell us a lot about some of the things that you're doing. What about you, Deborah?
Well, the only thing we have coming up is that we will be, like I told you, I do some work with the teacher at the school across the street, Miss Sellers. So we're going to be preparing some young people to perform at Kwanzaa.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
be doing Saturday singing and dancing sessions starting next month.
Okay, and that's going to be held at the school?
No, we're going to do them here at the museum.
Oh, okay, that'll work. That'll work.
And she's going to get them ready for the Kwanzaa program. Because they've
Okay.
always done stuff for us for the street fair and the Kwanzaa last year and that kind of stuff. So we're trying to get it so that we can have kids other than the kids in the school. We can get some kids from the community.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's why we're going to try to do it on Saturdays. So that's the biggest thing coming up with me.
Well, we do have a show, an exhibition coming up on Sunday from 2 to 6. And from there, we're going to start working on the exhibition that we're going to try to get in February. And all of our exhibitions, we're trying to use beautiful brownstones here in Baltimore so that we can showcase the beauty of Baltimore. I would love to have this room. I would love to reimagine this room and have people come through, and I have artwork. I'm doing a piece called Dragon. It's a dragon. It's 8 feet long, and I'm doing leather wings, and I'm doing claws. It's a piece of driftwood that I pulled out of the peninsula. And I love driftwood because driftwood actually looks like things that are alive. And I see it. I see faces in everything. And I like to bring those faces out so that people will know we are not from here. We are here.
Hey, as part of the tribeswomen, we'll detail that in the future. What advice would you give to young women?
Well, I think the first thing I would say, because we are Tribe 55, which means we're 55 years and older. So young women need to tap into the elders. There's a lot that they can learn from them. There's a lot that should be learned from them. I'm a proponent of intergenerational activities anyway. you know, and it's important because another piece I was thinking about, where I talk about the things that I've learned from some of my elders, things I didn't even know I was learning at that time, but now I'm able to put a label on what it was that I learned through that experience from them. So I think it's very important that young people listen to and spend time and learn from, and talk with.
Well, I want to hear from you what you would say to not just your younger self, but to other young, especially Black women.
One of the things I always do is I always thank the younger me for getting me to this point. Because I didn't get here by myself. She went through a lot. She went through a whole lot. And those lessons that she learned, I often said, I didn't think I really needed to learn that lesson, but I did. I needed to learn that lesson, and I needed to learn that I have to love me first. It's nobody's job to love me. It's nobody's job to make me happy. It's nobody's job to do anything where I'm concerned. That's my job. And if I learn to love me at a younger age, some of the things that my younger me went through would not have happened. Because when you elevate yourself, those things fall away. Because we cannot fly with eagles if we continue to dine with buzzards.
All right now.
I like that one.
No, that's right.
Well, as a tribeswoman, what I found with this group have galvanized us into like a sisterhood, and there's a high regard and respect for each other and each other's work. We go out and we support each other's work. She's putting on an exhibit. Unfortunately, I can't get in her space. Now, this will be the second one, and I only live around the corner from her, from the exhibit. And with Mama Deborah, same thing. She's amazing, awesome. But what I got out of it was finding the new me. The me that says my name is not Alice. And if you know what I mean, I don't go down rabbit holes because somebody might throw dirt on me. And I'm down there with you in your trouble. I choose to stay above the ground. This is what I learned from these ladies. Stay above the ground so you can see what's going on around you and over you and under you. But if you get caught up in other people's drama, that's your drama and your trauma. So that's what I say to young women. You all need to talk to us. We're here for you. You're fleeing away from truths, and you have an identity. You're in an identity crisis. And so the tribeswomen make us believe or share that we are here and we're here to help. And please come to us. So that's what's happening in Baltimore in the Open Forum. I'm your host, Margaret Locklear. See us the next time.